BBC was under fire last night after the broadcaster allowed a nurse to repeatedly attack the government over the state of the NHS without mentioning she was a pro-Corbyn supporter. Danielle Tiplety, once photographed alongside the Labour leader, was interviewed by BBC 5 Live, during which it was claimed she reeled off Labour attack lines on the NHS. But the BBC introduced the staff nurse only by saying, "Let's bring in Danielle, who is a staff nurse." Listeners were not told that she was a left-wing activist who had previously written for the communist Morning Star newspaper. Yesterday, the BBC admitted it should have made clear on air she was a political activist. A spokesman said, BBC 5 Live seeks a wide range of voices for its phone-ins. We should have established and made clear on air this contributor was a political activist. The programme also spoke to Conservative MP Sarah Wollaston, chair of the Health Select Committee in the House of Commons. According to the Guido Brooks website, until recently Ms. Tiplety's Twitter account used the name Danielle Vote Labour. The Labour leader even referred to her in a recorded clip for a Labour Party political broadcast as lovely, wonderful and superb. It was the second time the BBC has admitted it should have made clear she was a pro-Corbyn campaigner when they interviewed her. In April last year, she took part in the BBC News Channel's 5 p.m. bulletin and endorsed Labour's plan to end a 1% cap on NHS pay rises. Presenter Ho Edwards introduced her as a community nurse from London and described the Tory position, but made no mention of her support for Mr. Corbyn or Labour during a 5-minute interview. The broadcast was seized upon as an attempt by the BBC to promote Mr. Corbyn and his policies. A BBC spokesman admitted at the time that the broadcaster should have established and made clear on air that the interviewee was a political activist.